What's up guys, Moyad here. Welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you an absolutely killer trade that me and the team were able to catch today in the groups. Okay, so we were able to catch an unreal buy today on USD CAD right from this 2-hour level. Now this trade was absolute textbook, and really quickly to show you proof, guys, of the trade. Okay, one of the things that especially just in this whole Forex industry is many educators out there are all just showing you trades in hindsight and just trades happening after the fact, or going over trades once they play out and then they go over the analysis. No, but us, we actually mark up the trades beforehand for you to see that indeed we're actually doing this before that trade actually plays out. So I'm going to show you proof here right from our Telegram channel. Okay, so this I sent in the analysis here yesterday, June the 2nd. Okay, so mark the date, June the 2nd, 2021. I sent in this chart right here. You can see we bought right from this area. So this was my analysis right here. Boom, I believe this was like a 4-to-1 risk to reward, aiming for these highs. Okay, and I sent this at 7 p.m. yesterday. And today, you can see we hit take profit, I believe, up here. Oh, I can't even find it somewhere. Okay, yeah. So here, boom, trade came through and we hit take profit. Now today, guys, what I'm going to be showing you is this trade. Okay, I'm going to be showing you the analysis of this trade. And now, especially this trade was absolutely a textbook setup. Why? Because this right here incorporated our three main concepts that we use. It incorporated Wyckoff, it incorporated order flow, and incorporated the smart money concept. So this trade right here is absolute textbook. So today, guys, what I'm going to be doing, as I said, is I'm going to be going over the analysis of this. Okay, so get started right in. I'm not going to go too deep into a lot of things because a lot of things I actually repeat over and over again. So really quickly, I'm going to cover this quick in today's lesson. Okay, so one of the first things that you have to understand is the market structure. Okay, the market will always go in cycles. The market will either consolidate, drop, consolidate, drop. Basically, all the market is doing is it's accumulating and distributing. Okay, so it goes in cycles, brick structure, and it's going to trend. Okay, and then it consolidate, trend, etc. Always building up liquidity on both sides. So that's what we're noticing right here on the 4-hour time frame. What we're noticing right here is we were consolidating, we trended, and now we're entering another consolidation. Now the consolidation phase can happen for many reasons. Okay, many reasons. For example, we could have hit a point of interest back here where there's potential buying. Okay, passive buy orders right here, buy limits from institutions or whatever, being triggered. Okay, there could be sellers taking profit right at this area. There could be buyer interest, whatever it is. There's many reasons. But what we have to understand is after a long selling move, okay, after long selling volatility, aggressive selling, and we start entering consolidation like this, we can be prepared that this is potentially an accumulation. Now, to explain an accumulation, it's basically supply being turned into demand. Okay, so what's happening here is smart money are trying to get all the weak operators. Okay, so they're trying to get all the dumb money to sell their contracts to the smart money, so the smart money can actually buy from these cheaper levels. Okay, so this is all they're doing. So what's happening here, usually the function of this whole accumulation, this whole consolidation, is going to be breaks of structures and clearances on liquidity. Okay, so multiple liquidity grabs are going to start occurring right here. So when a consolidation occurs, the simplest form of understanding here that we have is that we have liquidity being built up on the upside and the downside. Okay, and what we're always looking for is for these areas for liquidity to be cleared. Now, one of the first things that you want to look at from this 4-hour perspective is we want to understand that we have a Wyckoff accumulation occurring right here. And I'm not going to go too deep into the Wyckoff accumulation schematic, what's happening here, all these different functions. Just understand that we have an accumulation occurring right here. Really quickly to show you what's happening. For example, we have our PS, so we have our preliminary support. This is where substantial buying starts occurring. Okay, so this is where the market is starting to see a little buying, a little bit of buying interest right at this level. Okay, and then we have our selling climax. Boom. Lot of heavy panicky selling occurring right at this area, and then we have our automatic rally. This is to show that finally, okay, we could potentially have buying interest. This usually has a lot of volume as well. Okay, and selling pressure from this move right here shows that diminished. Okay, so the selling pressure has been diminished and buyers are starting to enter the market. Then obviously we have our secondary test. Okay, the secondary test is basically, as it says, it's a test. Okay, it's constantly testing supply or demand, whether is in a accumulation or distribution phase. Okay, so we can have multiple tests occur, and that's exactly what we have right here. Okay, so we have our secondary test. Okay, I mean, you can consider this your secondary test, you can consider this your secondary test in phase B. Doesn't really matter. When we're looking, especially from a smart money perspective, our main thing that we're looking for in an accumulation is the spring. Okay, this is important for us, the spring. The AR would be important for me as well to signify that, okay, there is buying interest occurring in the market. Okay, because an accumulation and redistribution are very similar in the first phases. Okay, so to tell the difference, okay, you'll have to look at all these different things, such as the volume that's occurring right here, where the manipulation is occurring, or what side the manipulation is occurring. Is it occurring on the upside first or downside first? Okay, that understanding comes from our 3 market phases. Okay, so basically what's happening right here is just multiple secondary tests occurring, okay, constantly, and obviously we have our resistance lines, support lines already set. Okay, so you can, right here, you guys know how accumulation works. I've already covered this multiple times in my previous videos. Okay, and this is already covered as well in the Wyckoff course. So we have our support line right here, and then we have our resistance lines up here. So support and resistance lines we have are basically our areas of liquidity. So these are areas where I am looking to get cleared. Now here's the thing, here's the thing. So when I was looking at this chart up until this area, I wasn't sure. Okay, I wasn't sure, are we going to start buying now, or are we going to start selling now? One of my most biggest kind of indications of where the market can actually go is my manipulation. Where does manipulation occur first? If my manipulation will occur to the downside first, then I can expect up movement. If my manipulation, okay, will occur to the upside first, then I can expect my move to the market to push down. There's many other ways to indicate or to differentiate between a redistribution or an accumulation, but this is something that I'm just going to keep to the course. Okay, so I'm going to cover that in other future videos, but for now I want to keep this very simple because there's a lot to cover here, okay, in this trade. So basically, to skip all the theory here, what we had was an equal low created. We had the manipulation occur to the downside first, boom. And now the spring, notice the spring, this is the last round liquidity. This will usually, okay, the spring will usually clear all our lows. Okay, so usually we leave nothing to the left anymore. It clear all the lows, and then boom, our buying pressure starts occurring. So once you get the spring occur right here, okay, so once the spring occurs right here, usually you will see some form of rejection, okay, on a candle like this, and this is a rejection candle right here. So we can see large wick, so price rejected after clearing this low. Okay, price rejected, closing bullish engulfing on the previous bearish candle, and then we get another strong candle, etc. So we can see that we had a clear rejection right here, clear buying strength occurring in the market. Now what do we have? As we go to the downside, we had a lot of imbalances. This was simple. We wanted these imbalances to be filled in. Now we dropped into our 2-hour time frame, and this is when we start looking. Now we have a 2-hour IC. Okay, so now what I'm seeing is I have a 2-hour IC. Okay, I have equal lows cleared right here, and notice we actually had a triple bottom as well. So basically what happened right here is in this level we had a triple bottom established. Okay, so this is a usual type of manipulation that you usually see the institutions do as well. So what will happen is basically price will come down here. This is a support, so people start buying. The buying starts occurring. Okay, and look, you can see on a 1-hour time frame, buying starts occurring. Boom, boom, tricks buyers to start getting into the market. Okay, they see these very two strong candles right here. They start buying into the market. What happens? Boom, this will end up usually clapping them, and smack, the manipulation goes down. It clears them. Okay, so usually these will be smart. This manipulation usually occurs on smart traders. So basically what the smart traders do is, smart traders, they're good at analyzing the market. They usually will know the real direction of the market. They usually will know if the market will go up and down, but they usually will get manipulated at that last final moment. Okay, usually getting wicked out by a small bit, and then the market reverses in direction. These are the smarter traders. Okay, so this is more of a smarter trader manipulation right here. These lows are smacked. Okay, and then we push up, initial move. So this is where we look to get in. Then guys, we look at that 2-hour IC. Okay, last down candle for the up move, and we sniper entry here, and we aim for this liquidity right here. Okay, so we aim for this double top to be cleared. This is an absolute beautiful textbook setup. We could have had more confirmation, such as our fib here. So our fib 71 level, this was absolutely perfect line right at the area. And we also had our imbalance filled in right here. Okay, so we had our imbalance filled in right here. I also had this level marked out in case price reacted from this IC, but you can see DXY was just absolutely flying today. So boom, smacked right through this level. So you can see we endured like only 3 pips of drawdown, okay, and we were able to smash risk to reward of, I believe, nearly a 5 to 1 risk to reward here. So 60 pip take profit that we were able to smash today. Okay, one last confirmation. Here's the beauty of this setup and why I call this setup. This has the 3 major confirmations: the wake off, smart money entry, and we also have order flow. So order flow back again. So with order flow right here is what I want to show you guys is a 30-minute IC on our order flow software. Okay, so this is the last thing I want to show you guys. Okay, so what we have, this is 60, this is our 60 future. If 60 future is going down, okay, then we're USD CAD. Obviously, we're looking for USD CAD buys. What do we notice here? So what we have here is, oops. I'm gonna go to the 1 hour instead. This is a bit too jumbled up. Okay, this should be clear. Wait for the data to print real quick. Okay, so this is the beauty of this setup. Okay, so this was our 2-hour IC basically. Okay, this was our 2-hour IC. And obviously the market broke structure here, approaching our level. This is where we start looking at the order flow here. Okay, so notice this is where we start looking at the order flow. And as I taught you guys in the last order flow video, we look at buyer and seller traps. This is one of our main confirmations. What do we notice right at the top of this candle? What do we see? We see large buying. Okay, so a lot of buying contracts. Okay, large buying imbalances occurring right here. But the market failing to still break up and make a new higher high and make a new bullish candle. Okay, and we start seeing selling pressure. And what do we see here? We see our single print. Okay, so our single print usually always marked in these red boxes. Okay, and then the price is starting to create bearish candles. Once again, we go up, and this is the perfect entry right here. The market will show down. It will start showing me what we see. We start seeing selling imbalances occurring. Okay, large selling imbalances occurring. Okay, so this is a large order. You can see the selling imbalance is large because look at all these contracts right here on the bid and ask side. So we see 22, 46, 21, 39, 14, 0, 48, and then we see 107. So you can see the selling imbalance here was very large. So we can see aggressive sellers are starting to come into the market, okay, and sell at the ask price. Okay, so we got the buyer's trap. Okay, so these were the last buyers trapped into the market before basically trapped into the market. They weren't able to push price up anymore, and then the market reversed on them. So usually what will happen is once these buyers are trapped right here, they notice, okay, price is going against me. What they will do is they will, once price comes back up right here, okay, they will take their positions usually out at break even, and this is when they start aggressively selling as well. So the institutions will be selling here, and the people that were trapped will be will take out their position, their buy position. Okay, so taking that out of the market, and they will also be aggressively selling into the market to go to the opposite side. Okay, so FOMO really. So the market trades up into this level. Okay, so selling imbalances is a form of resistance right here, acts as a form of resistance. So price trades into it, and then away it goes, and more selling imbalances, and then we get our single prints all along the way, and just selling imbalances as we go down. So this was our order flow confirmation right here. So you can see, all in all, this was an absolute beauty of a trade that we were able to catch right here. We had something similar on GU. If you guys look at my analysis the previous Sunday, you guys can see that GU went exactly like we did, like we wanted it to. So distribution occurred. I'm going to leave this analysis to another video, guys. Maybe I'll come out with this maybe on next Saturday. But for now, I'm going to leave you guys with this USD CAD trade here. Make sure you study it. Okay, don't forget, guys, if you are interested in learning about these 3 concepts and how to use these concepts, any of these concepts, to improve your trading, make sure to head on to fuacademy.io and sign up to one of our packages there. Okay, so I appreciate everyone for hopping on, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day. Bye bye.